We just want to start off a little announcement before we get going with the fish report. You can support this channel and our tackle store. We can keep putting out great videos and the fish report by buying any of our handmade lures, swim baits, and hand-poured plastics along with t-shirts and hats. You can get everything right here at this web address. Just click on the online store tab. It'll bring you there. Free shipping on all orders over $100. Everything ships the same day except the swim baits. Sometimes they'll go the same day. Most likely it takes a few days because we do paint those custom for those orders. Again, they're all listed on the website. We appreciate the support. Really helps out a lot. A lot of you folks are ordering online and we definitely appreciate that. Next announcement, we are running a raffle in conjunction with Ducks Unlimited for the hunting side of our guide business. You can win a trip for two to go waterfowl hunting with myself and Elijah. You can win two, not one, but two Franke 12 gauge shotguns that hold 3.5 inch shells, also 3 inch and 2.75. That's a waterfowl hunt targeting goose and duck that we will be providing. Ducks Unlimited is providing the guns. More information at this link here. You can visit our website. There's a link to the raffle there and the prices for the tickets. There's a couple different packages to buy tickets, but yes, if you win, you will get two shotguns, a fully outfitted hunt with both Elijah and I for waterfowl and geese this season. So go ahead and show your support. The money from Ducks Unlimited has been helping out tremendously. We have been able to secure the funding through Ducks Unlimited to plant pintail slough. As some of you who may have hunted pintail slough in the last couple of years, not a lot of food, not a lot of great forage there for the ducks. Japanese millet is being put in this coming week into pintail slough. Ducks Unlimited is such a great organization, and they're really putting some money into this Arizona area. So please show your support. Also, if you're interested in booking a hunt with us, you can reach us there. For more information, arizonawaterfowl.com. All right, happy anglers. To get to Lake Mohave, you're gonna go north on the 95. That is upstream on the river. And you're gonna go towards the casinos and go past Community Park. You're gonna go all the way past the bridge that goes across to the casinos. And you're gonna also pass Davis Camp, which we're gonna show shortly. So you're gonna keep heading north on the 95. You're gonna pass all the casinos. A couple landmarks to look for to keep going north. Home Depot. Hey, Carl's Jr. Coming up here. All right, so here's where the tricky part is. Well, not the tricky part, but if you want to go to the lake, this is the way you got to go. So right here is the bridge that goes across the river to head to the casinos. You want to keep going straight. Davis Camp's going to be on our left up here, and you want want to bypass that as well. We are passing Davis Camp after we've gone through the intersection, and we're going to continue to head north. You're going to see a sign there that says Captain's Landing Lake Mead National Recreation Area. Do not get confused by that. Lake Mead National Recreation Area includes Lake Mead, and south of it, the lake that's here at Bullhead, Lake Mohave. They're both part of the same national park, and that's what causes some confusion. So now we're heading back up the hill. Looks like you're going away from the water, but we're not. So you can see another sign here. It says Lake Mead National Recreation Area, Catherine's Landing. Left-hand turn, and you're going to be making a left up here shortly. Okay, we are making a left. We are not going to go all the way into the park. The first spot we're going to check and show you is the Davis Dam area. It is free to park here. There's a free trail. There's fishing piers that you're going to see shortly. So we're going to show you how to get in. So now we're making a left. Now there's two areas you can go here. This dam area is actually, I think, one of the better places to shore fish. And then certainly there's some places inside the park that we're going to take you. But we're going to stop here at the dam first. So now, as we're heading into this road, you'll see Lake Mead National Recreation Area. Okay, we're going to continue down this road. Alright folks, so now that we're coming up, you're going to get your first view of the lake. And man, is that beautiful. Unbelievable. This view, when we come over the crest here, never gets old. But this is also just before it turns to where you're going to be entering into the park. You're going to make a left here. Go into this left lane. As soon as you come over the crest, you can see the lake. This is where you go to pay, and we're going to show you that. But first, let's go where the free fishing is, and where I think some of the best fishing is this time of year. So this is called Stop Sign Cove. And the dam is here. You'll be able to see it up there. You've got free parking up here, and this is a great place to take the kids. It's also a great place to shore fish. As you can see, you can walk this entire area. We're gonna go down and we're gonna visit these fishing piers that they've installed for the Heritage Park Trail. Doesn't get any better than this, folks, and this is free. All right, we have parking here. So why don't you go ahead and pull over, young man, and let's check it out. Okay. All right, so they've got some parking here. You cannot park on the dam itself, but you can walk that way, but we're gonna show you that as well. But right now we're gonna take a walk and show you Stop Sign Cove. All right, so here we are at Stop Sign Cove, where you saw us make a left into here. What you're gonna catch in here, if you wanna pan through here, Elijah. Now, what you're gonna catch here is you're primarily gonna catch smallmouth and catfish right here with the occasional striped bass. However, striped bass is going to get real good when we get down to this section, which we're going to show you. But for now, we're going to take a walk and show you the trail and where you can fish, where you can set up. And again, this is all free of charge. Great place to bring the kids if you got them with you. Plenty of stuff for them to run around on. And the fishing's good here. You know, the river's a mess right now in the summertime, and fishing the Stop Sign Cove right here, you can get away from everybody. Not a lot of people use this, and it's brand spanking new. We'll be out later. All right, folks, so what we're doing is we're walking this path. This is all brand spanking new that they put in. I mean, a lot of money was put in here, and as you can see, there's nobody here. Nobody's using this. So for the time being, it's great. The other positive thing about this cove is it's no wake. So you're not going to get all these knucklehead jet skiers
crazy ass boaters with wakeboards and all that coming and destroying your time, this is going to be a nice calm place for you to come and fish. There's also bathrooms, brand spanking new bathrooms right here. I mean, this place is absolutely beautiful. Why would you want to go spend your day with 10,000 jet skis and a bunch of drunks destroying the river when you come down here and have a little bit of peace? And it's calm here, even on the weekends. All right, so as we're going down the trail, here it is. This is the end of the trail. Now this trail, you can ride a bike here if you start all the way over on the Nevada side or the Arizona side. This Heritage Trail goes all the way through. So you can actually start over there and ride a bike. For the more adventurous, at the top of this, there's a trail going down here if you're in decent shape. You have all this area to fish. I mean, look at that. It is just, this is prime fishing. We come here in our boat to fish. You better believe on the US Open when we're fishing that, this will be one of the spots we come. That's how good the spot is. Now, if you got older folks that don't want to walk all the way down the trail and they just want to sit and check this out, I mean, this viewing area is just, I mean, come on. Look at this view, folks. Look at this. There's nobody here. I can see some bass right now. All right. All right, so now we're continuing on to where these fishing piers are, and this is all public, all free, no reservations, just show up and use it. The great thing about this trail is it's all paved. So if you've got coolers and umbrellas and whatnot to bring down here, it's gonna be really easy to get it down here. The second thing that they have here is kayaks. If you wanted to bring your kayaks down here, they've got a kayak launch here. So you can wheel your kayak down or carry it down the paved trail and launch here. And then it really opens up the doors for fishing. Now, you've got the family. Yep, see, look at this bait fish all hanging out right here, right now. Where there's little fish, there's big fish. So look at these, I don't know what you want to call them, a veranda, fishing pier, whatever it is. You've got seating, but you can bring your seats, your coolers, you've got shade, and the fishing here can be really, really, really good at times. I mean, look at this view. Wildlife right here. That might even be a rare duck right there in the back. Let's see what we got coming up on us. Ooh-wee. Now, that looks like a black duck to me. And I ain't never seen one of those in Arizona, so you never know what you're gonna see here. Now, that, my friends, is some awesome stuff. Dude, those aren't molted mallards, are they?
No, look at their bills.
Film them. Okay, so as you see, there's 3 of these verandas here. Excellent fishing right here. So now what we're gonna do, there's still great fishing all along. That's the top of Davis Dam. You get the Spirit Mountain range right in the background. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk from where we park down the dam right here and show you a few more spots, the striper spots. Okay, folks, there is one thing, especially for beginner or novice fishermen, that you absolutely don't want to make the mistake of, and that is keeping any of these fish right here. These are highly illegal to keep. So if you do happen to hook into one of these, which is kind of rare, but it does happen, throw it back immediately. All right, so now we're walking on the intake side of the dam. So this is all Lake Mohave. Just to kind of show you where we're at. excellent striper fishing on that side. You're not allowed to fish on this side, although some people kind of do, but you're not really supposed to. You fish on that side, all right there. This is a great point. It drops off to about 120 feet deep. Literally 50 feet out from that point, it's over 100 feet deep. Now, another good spot, if you can hike down to it, you can get down on these rocks. You have to stay on that side. But this point right here, if you want to show them that, Elijah, another excellent striper spot because of the deep drop off here. And then you've got a shallower shelf here. Smallmouth are going to start getting real good right along these rocks here. It's got the perfect smallmouth territory right here. You really like, some people call it rip-rap. I think that's a goofy name. They're rocks. It's a jetty they built for the dam. Rip-rap, where did that come from? The rocks. Actually a big smallmouth right in there. So sometimes you can spot them from up here. So there is parking here now. They've opened this up. You can park here. So if you don't feel like walking across here, there's plenty of parking right here, right on the dam itself. Now, here's another great all-around spot is this point. If you wanted to bring your own umbrellas and fish right here. Again, I'll add in later in the video, we're just showing you where, and then we're going to show you how and what. But right now, we're showing you where the spots are. Then we're going to talk about what to use and where to use it. So, anywhere right here is excellent, excellent fishing. There you go. There's striper hitting the surface right there on the end of the point, just as we walked up. Another one hitting right here. So there's striped bass here right now while we're just rocking up to this joint. Now, you are able to continue walking or riding a bike this far. Now, what you've got though, the only problem with this spot is you've got to hop the wall, but it looks like somebody has stacked some rocks here so you can climb down and set up all in this point. Other great smallmouth and striped bass fishing, you can walk this whole length and go down on these rocks all the way to the Nevada side. And then you can also go along that bank. There's a trail that goes along that bank and all the way into that cove. So you literally have a couple miles of stretch here that you can fish. And again, that river is a joke right now with the water skis. So if you want to, or excuse me, the jet skis. So if you want to get away from all that and get some peace and quiet, I mean, look at this. Look at your views. Shore fishing from the river now. It's not really highly suggested unless it's the middle of the night or super early in the morning. But if you want to spend some time with your family and a little bit of peace and serenity and what fishing is really about, these are the spots that you want to go. We're going to show you some more spots. We're going to show the fishing pier at Catherine's Landing. We're going to show you Princess Cove. We're going to show you Cabin Site Cove. All right, so now you know where for this whole section here. So now we're going to tell you what to use. Here, you're going to want to use frozen anchovies, salted if you can find them to stay on your hook a little bit better. You're going to use, and that's for catfish and for striped bass, mainly striped bass. You can also, in the lure department for the striped bass, you can use jerk baits and swim baits and glide baits. For the smallmouth bass, you want a drop shot, soft plastics, or crankbaits. And the smallmouth will actually also eat those same jerk baits that the striped bass will use. You can also use night crawlers. That's going to be the same baits for this entire section from the verandas that we showed you and the trail all the way to the end of that cove. Those are your top baits to use for this area. And that's pretty much going to also be everything that you're going to use on all these spots that we show you. All right, let's go. Okay, so now we're leaving the dam and we're going to go enter into the park itself. And
there's lots of areas. We're gonna show you the basic areas, but if you get out there and explore, you're gonna find a heck of a lot more. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So if you wanted to go inside the park, here's where we made a left to go to the dam. You would just continue straight along this road here, entering the park. All right, so now that we're continuing on, watch for burros and bighorn. Bighorn usually aren't on the road, but you will see them if you look closely on some of these hills once in a while. But you're also gonna see donkeys or burros, however you wanna refer to them, pretty often. Now you're entering into the fee area where it costs to come into the actual park. Lots of amenities here. There's 2 launch ramps. There's a snack store, and a restaurant, which seems to never be open. So if you're planning on eating at the restaurant, do not plan on that. We've gone 5 times when they were supposed to be open and they are not open. So it tells me probably because of short staff, but just don't depend on the restaurant. However, the marina store's been open. There's plenty of supplies, beer, soda, snacks, supplies, a little bit of tackle. But hopefully you're getting your tackle with us before you head over here. Now it's $20 to get in here. However, you can buy one of these passes. Let's see if you can get a good read on that. So you can buy one of these passes here for $50 for your vehicle. It's good from 1 year from when you purchase it, and you can't transfer it. They're gonna ask to see your ID when you go in each time. But one of these is $50 for a whole year. You can come in here anytime, no restrictions, in and out all you want. And then it's also another $50 if you want one for your boat. So if you're coming in here with your boat, that's another $50 to get that pass for a year. So for $100, you get your vehicle and your boat. And then if it's just you to do shore fishing or to bring the family down, then it is just $50 for the entire year. You get one of these cards. These beautiful Lake Mohave or Lake Mead National Recreation Area cards. So here we are, another view of the lake as we're coming in. All right, so I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyways because there's always little tricks and tips with everything that you do. So now we're pulling up to the toll booth to get into the park. If you get here before about 5:30, 5:45, there's no one there and the gate's open and you can drive right in. I don't know if it's legal, just saying. We've done it quite often before we've had passes. Friends of ours do it. I think it's legal, but I don't know. I don't want anyone to get in any trouble, but never had an issue with it if you get here early. Otherwise, you're gonna have to pay or get one of these passes. So here's the toll booth or gate, whatever you'd like to refer to, where you pay to get in. You can get your passes right here. It takes just literally a minute. You can do it. You don't have to pull over and get out. They can sell you your yearly pass here or your one-day pass right when you pull up. All right, so through the booth, and down the road we go. So how you're gonna go is you're gonna take this road straight down. Up here, there's a lane to turn right to go to Cabin Site Cove and Princess Cove, which we're gonna show you after we show you Catherine's Landing. So where we're going first is Catherine's Landing, which has a marina, a launch ramp, the stores that we talked about, also a separate fishing area that's brand new. And a lot of people are catching fish there, so this is another spot to go. So we're gonna continue straight down this road. You can see the marina there. So we'll be right back. So right now we're down closer to the marina. And where we are going now is the fishing pier. What do you think they're gonna catch there, Elijah?
Probably some smallmouth or largemouth.
Any striped bass coming out of there?
Probably not.
Yeah. All right, so as you can see, this is the line, the ready line to get your boats ready to launch. And then the next line on the other side is for people to launch. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna stay on the left side of all that and make a left right before the ramp. Follow this in.
find that there's some parking here. Now this is all fishable area here. All right, so you can't swim here, but this is all fishable here. Oh. Come on, Magadoo. Okay. A lot of smallmouth and largemouth carp here, and occasionally you can get striper in here. They do come in here. But your main target here is going to be bass. And again, you can drop shot, plastics, crankbaits, live night crawlers, anchovies for the catfish, and then you might pick up a striped bass. And if you're casting for striped bass, you're going to want to use jerk baits and swim baits. Those are going to be your top baits for fishing in here. All right, so you got a nice trail. Lots of people fish here. There's nobody out here today. There's plover bird there. Oh, and as you can see here, what do we got there? Some carp. If you enjoy fishing for carp, this is a great place to do it too. What you use for bait on that, I got no idea because I'm not a carp guy. But there's plenty here. So you can see this beautiful little pier here. Here we are at 9 o'clock in the morning. Going here, nice breeze. See, this is a great place for the family. Plenty of places to fish. You can fish all of this. This is all fishing pier. Brand new. Again, you can bring your chairs, umbrellas, ice chest. Spend the day here. Crystal clear water. Absolutely beautiful. The fish are definitely using. You can see some bluegill beds there. So you can fish with bluegill here too. I'm actually pretty good at bluegill. And well, there you go. Pier even has pole holders. I like that. And for all you slobs that like to dirty places up, that's called the trash can. The one thing that I really like what they did with this pier is they put cement here, so it's not all clunk, 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 clunk with the metal, because that would pretty much kill your day of fishing. Not seeing a whole lot down there, but you're probably going to get them out there. Now, if you're good at casting and you can cast all the way to the end of these where these boats are, you're going to definitely pick up some bass there. All right, so let's move on to the next spot, which is going to be Cabin Site Cove. Okay, folks, so now we're coming back out to where the launch ramp was, and we're going to go ahead and head east up the main road here. Keep an eye out for people with boat trailers. And I don't mean to sound mean, but about 9 out of 10 of these people have no business pulling a trailer. So watch for them. They don't get hit. That's one piece of advice. The only danger that I see here, just watch out for these people. All right. So now we're heading east. We're gonna make a left before the guard gate. However, if you're coming, and if you're gonna bypass this spot and go straight to Cabin Site Cove, Princess Cove, then you're gonna, when you come this way towards the opposite way that we're going, it'll be a right-hand turn, and you're gonna see a sign that says Princess Cove or Cabin Site Cove to the right. Since we're coming back from Captain's Landing, we'll be making a left. Okay, so here we are. It says Telephone Cove, Princess Cove, and Cabin Site Cove. You want to bypass Telephone Cove. That is the one place on this lake that is an absolute S show. I'll just say it that way. With jet skis and people coming in and out, and a lot of inexperienced boaters going in and out of that cove. So what you want to do is you want to avoid that, because the reason you're coming up here is to get away from the mess that the river's turned into. So avoid that. That's not the fun place to go. You're not going to catch anything there anyways. Just kind of a mess. So you're going to continue on this road for about 1.5 miles. There's a lot of these blind rises and turns. And again, you have people pulling jet ski trailers that probably aren't really paying attention. Some of them, you know, well, let's just keep it clean. So that's Telephone Cove there to your left. Avoid it at all costs. If you're coming here to get away from the mess, that's the only real mess on the lake. So just bypass that. So now we're coming up to the big telephone wire tower. That's how you're going to tell where you're at. So we can continue straight for Cabin Site Cove or to the right for Princess Cove. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you Cabin Site Cove first. So we're going to go straight. There it is. There's a sign that'll tell you Cabin Site Cove. And you're going to head down this road here. Again, use a little bit of caution going through here. You're not going to find a lot of people with trailers, but again, it's a windy, narrow road. Nothing real scary, but just pay attention. Now, this spot is great for shore fishing and bringing your kayaks down. There's a great, easy place to launch. It's also, the reason we like this spot is it's a no-wake zone. So you're not supposed to have any knuckleheads coming in there, ruining the fishing, going full bore, and blah, blah, blah. So, like I said, no wake zone there, and there's plenty of places on the shore to fish. We're going to show you this spot. Now, primarily, this spot, a lot of striped bass are caught here. A lot of smallmouth are caught here, and a lot of largemouth, and a lot of catfish. This is a great spot to fish, and there is so many. Now, we're not going to walk back and show you everywhere once you're parked here to go. We're going to leave that up to you, because that's up to you to go explore and find the different spots that are walkable. This whole thing is walkable. You couldn't fish this entire little area and hit every spot that's walkable in one day. So you could literally come here and fish 10 different types of setups in one day and not even fish half of it. So you're just going to continue on this road down towards the lake. And you've got yourself a turnabout here. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to turn into this dirt road, but if you do need to turn around, this loops around and you can turn around. And to get to the beach, we will be making a left in this dirt road right here. And you're going to do that where the paved road loops. Now, you can launch a jet ski here or a boat here. Not highly advisable if you're not experienced on this lake, but you can do it. This is really popular. People that like to dive. There's a lot of stuff underwater there to dive and look at. And so here you go. So you've got this cove over here. You're gonna come all the way down. There's parking here up on the top if it's full down here, but normally if you get here soon enough, you can drive your vehicle all the way down to the water's edge, and you can set up and literally fish near your car. So you park here and you can set up your family setup here with tents. You can roll up here, Elijah. We'll show them the cove. All right, so I'm going to show you what's going on there. Okay, so what you've got here now, That's the main lake. You've got another cove back here you can walk all the way back into on this side of the point. Shallow shelf here, which a lot of the bass will end up on that ridge. You have this entire area with the cove. There's little trails going all the way through here, all the way back. You could fish, and the cove goes way back there, and it goes way back there. Great place to kayak. This is all no wake from those buoys there that you see out here. All no wake. So if you want a safe place to bring your family, this is the spot. With plenty of different terrains to fish. You can fish the main lake, you can fish the cove. There's a cove on this side and a cove on that side. I'm not gonna walk and show you guys everything. I'm gonna leave a little bit left for you guys to explore, actually a lot. I'm literally showing you guys about 5% of what happens here. So now we're off to the final place to fish on Lake Mohave. Not the final, but the final what we're showing you. We're just showing you guys the basics. There's plenty of other dirt roads if you've got a decent truck to go down to a bunch of other coves and be completely by yourself. However, I'm gonna leave that to you guys to get out there and explore on your own. I don't wanna give away everything, but I'm giving you definitely plenty enough to start, plenty enough to get you out there and get away from that damn river. It has turned into an absolute nightmare. We're gonna make another video about that this week at some point. We're gonna have to start holding our city officials accountable because they're just kind of passing the buck on this, and you know, it's a big problem. It's ruining the fishing on the river. It's ruining, you know, everyone's experience on it because it's just an absolute nightmare. It has been taken over by drunks and dangerous jet skiers, and it's really sad to see it happening. But and that's why we're making this video. We'd want you to, you know, be safe and fish somewhere that's got some peace and serenity, because you're not going to find it on the river during the warmer months. So now we're pulling out. This is that looping turn here, and we're gonna head all the way back up to the top to where that telephone tower is. Okay, so now when we were coming up here and we went straight, this is where you're gonna make a right coming off of that main drag to come in if you're going to Princess Cove. We're not gonna show you the entire roadway, but expect about a 5-minute drive to get to Princess Cove. So we'll show you a little bit of the road. This is actually, you're gonna be 6 miles north of Catherine's Landing, which is the very beginning of the lake. So you're kind of getting less crowded as we get out here, and a little bit further out. Again, folks, this view never gets old as you're coming over the tops, looking at the Spirit Mountain Christmas tree pass there on the other side of the lake on the Nevada side. Man, oh man, so you just got to suck all this in. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. Why anybody wants to be stuck down there on the river, I know I keep repeating it, but this is so underutilized and underfished, it's ridiculous. We are literally a total of, the spots that you're fishing on the river near the casinos, we're literally 12 minutes from there. And it's a completely different world out here. It is just, you're getting away from everyone, you're getting into nature. It is just so gorgeous out here. And I think more people actually need to fish this place. More people need to utilize this place. So much more fun than the river. I'm just telling you, for shore fishing. Obviously, you got your diehards. You're after those giant striped bass at the night, in the middle of the night, in the early morning. That's all great. But if you're trying to have a family day or a nice, sunny, peaceful day on the water, this is the spot to go. So as we're coming down the road here, beautiful Lake Mohave. Okay, so now, like we were talking about earlier, this is Princess Cove. All right, so if you're a local resident, you can make it into our tackle shop. I'm gonna do a giveaway if you were paying attention and watching this long ass video until now. If you can tell me and show me a picture
of why they named this cove and this launch area Princess Cove, you get a free jerkbait. But it's local pickup only. We're not gonna send it out. So if you're local here and you know why they named this and show me the picture proof, then you will win a jerkbait. But in order to do that, you must comment on the video and then send your picture to this email address here. Or this one right here. Where's my finger? There it is. Crowded holidays. There's an upper deck parking here. Rarely does that need to be utilized. There's more parking here. This is on the upper side. So if you're boating, you're gonna go to the right. You're gonna avoid all these people because what they're doing is getting in line here to get their boats ready to launch, which there is a launch ramp down here to the right. Very, very steep. Where you're gonna wanna go is to continue on the left side of this median. Now there's a cove over here. Again, I'm not gonna give everything away, but that's all accessible, and you can even drive down there and park right down there in that back corner, right on the water. But I'm gonna leave that for you to find, but it was within the last 30 seconds of this video, so that's your only hint. But if you wanted to drive down to the water and park your car right on the water and fish right there, well, there you go. Again, I'm not gonna give you absolute directions of that because part of the fun is exploring and finding the stuff on your own. So there's the launch. So you're gonna wanna go left here. Another great place to bring the family and barbecue for the day in peace without having to worry about your family members getting ran over by a jet ski or some out of control boat or dealing with inner city drunks that are causing mayhem at our local parks. This is a great way to get away from all that. So you do have a little bit of a turnaround here if you want to edge on through here, Elijah. All right, so yeah, so back there's a spot that you can pull your car down on, but I'm gonna let you try to figure that one on your own. So now what we have here is you can fish all along right here, and we catch a ton of smallmouth right here. Smallmouth and carp are gonna be your big deals, and then out on that point right there, casting deep, well, you're gonna find striped bass there. Now, you've got these palapas here, and they've got a barbecue bench and shade. And you also have bathrooms right here. Now, there is another cove on this side that's accessible by walking all the way around it. And the fishing in there is excellent. You can actually kind of see, if you look closely here, you can use some of these game trails. Those are also people trails to fish all of this. Oh, did you see that fish jumping right there? That was a striped bass. Look at that. I think the bite's on, folks. So yeah, so you can fish this whole area. So now that's gonna conclude the basic spots. So now that concludes a lot of the basic spots to fish. Now there's literally hundreds of dirt roads, hundreds of trails, and hundreds of coves. I don't wanna give all that away. I mean, part of the fun is, I mean, all these spots are great spots that we fish all the time from our boat. And sometimes shore when we have a big family presence. But for the most part, those are your basic spots. But there's hundreds more that we're gonna allow you guys to get out there and explore. But again, the whole point of this video was the river has just gotten so completely out of control, and it's actually dangerous at this point to even be sitting on the beach with your family. It's bad. And we can see the downtick of when we're guiding out there. We don't see a lot of people fishing from the shore, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that are extremely frustrated with this, that, you know, our river has just been completely ruined and taken over by corrupt and greedy politicians and city officials. I mean, it's I'm sorry to sound like negative Nancy, but it's actually really disgusting. So we just wanted to give you guys another option, and this option has always been better. This option's always been more peaceful. It really fits in more
with that experience of getting out there and fishing and be with your family and your loved ones and actually enjoying the day and with a little bit of peace and not the whole big party scene and all that. So you can come out here in the middle of the day, as you just seen here. It's, you know, it's 9:30 in the morning and it's empty here. So watch for part 2. You can even scroll through the videos. We're going to show setups and all that next. But again, we just wanted to show you guys really good spots to fish that are literally a few minutes from the river, right up on the other side of Lake Mohave. So please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. We'll see you guys for part 2.